What's up, y'all? Spectre here. Welcome to one of my favorite games, and the fifth installment in the series, Sins of a Solar Empire 2. I say fifth because it is actually the fifth game. The other three were technically expansions that were just re-releases with a bunch of new mechanics and a rework of the original game, starting with Sins of a Solar Empire, followed by Entrenchment, Diplomacy, and then a packaging of those three together called Trinity. Um, and then before this one, the most recent one was Sins of a Solar Empire Rebellion, which created a huge set of new factions and a bunch of other mechanics in the game. The developers have since decided to kind of redo everything, a new engine, new graphics, um, just sort of completely overhaul it, sort of in the same way that Counter-Strike has been. Going into Counter-Strike 2, I know a couple other games, Smite has become Smite 2, stuff like that, getting just pushed into a new engine, into a new era. Sins of Solar Empire is undergoing the same process right now. So this game came out as early access about a year ago now, actually, with originally, so the way the game works is there are these three factions, these three races, rather. Um, each update of Sins of Solar Empire 2 has included a new sub-faction, of which there are two of each. So the most recent one was released last week on the 11th, January 11th, and came out with the second sub-faction of the Vasari. So now we have four of the factions out. We're still waiting on this race to be introduced, the first one of this race to be introduced. Um, it is sort of similar to like a Stellaris or a Civilization kind of a strategy game, but it is done in real time instead of turn-based, so closer to Stellaris, but you focus a little more heavily on a closer segment of the galaxy instead of the entire thing. So games are a little bit faster, a little more faster paced, a little bit harder, just to kind of keep track of everything because there's a lot going on, and a little bit more combat focused. I'll be honest, it's not quite as expansive um, into some of those other niche areas like a Paradox game would be. So let's go ahead and get into it. So we'll go ahead and load up, I think, a random... Let's do a random 5-player. Let's get a medium map going. Yeah, we'll play as the most recent faction. So, currently there's the TEC, which is humanity, which is split into loyalists and rebels, followed by the Vasari, which have the Exodus and the Alliance factions. Each major race has a different play style, different focus on different technologies and different sort of developments as you go, with the Vasari being about heavy hitting, fast moving. Their units are more expensive. Generally, you can have fewer of them. They take longer to research, things like that, but they are much, much more powerful than their human counterparts to kind of offset that. Um, they are, if you can read the bubble on the side there, the Vasari were an empire spanning most of the galaxy. Their technology is kind of stagnated in the 10,000 years that they've been fleeing across space, but they're still very, very advanced. Um, Humanity, or the Trader Emergency Coalition, the TEC, are an economic and industrious powerhouse. They tend to have the cheapest units, the best mechanics for trade, refinery, mining, stuff like that. Um, and in combat, generally, their focus is on tougher ships and more ships. They're very much the American doctrine, if that makes sense. So I am going to play the most recent release, which is the Vasari Exodus. I'll let the AI all be random. I am going to change. The Vasari technically are teal lighting with, I believe, orange or red is their original color. I'll set it to black, because I think that looks the most like that. This is their actual symbol. So we'll go ahead and do that. And I can minimalize sort of what's lit or not, which is kind of cool. Little thing they've added in this newer update, this new version of the game, is you get a little bit more customization. You can actually see how it'll look on a bunch of your stuff, which is kind of fun. So, yeah, let's go ahead and accept and start. Go ahead and load in here. One of the things that's new to this game that the previous versions did not have, it's actually kind of unique of all strategy maps, is the map is dynamic the entire time. So once we get loaded in, so like I said, the Vasari are fleeing space, so you don't start on a planet, you start in space traveling. And we have arrived. So there are humans defending the planet. We are going to kind of just blow through them, because we have a capital ship and they do not. Gray neutral forces are the defending forces of neutral planets. So you'll see here in the map, we're in the Fecta system. The entire map is going to be the Fecta system. We're not going to leave this area. There's no greater galaxy map or anything like that. We're just focused on this little system here. Each planet, you can see the unexplored. I have 4, because this planet has 4 links, so I know there are 4 things out there, at least. You see they have these little blue lines. Planets, moons... Okay, I'll just go ahead and let that talk for a second. The planets, all the objects will move along these lines as time progresses, and there is actually a way... future orbits. You can see that the whole map will move. Right now, just this little cluster kind of, if you look, kind of stays together. These two will gain a jump link together that they don't currently share. As I explore more of the map, there's a lot more stuff spinning around too, so playing defense is kind of hard, because you got to pay attention. Because like right now, this planet doesn't go anywhere, but later on it may link to an enemy's home world or something, and I don't necessarily know that. So, dynamic map is a new feature, but I think is one that's done very, very well here. So we'll go ahead, and they're finishing up the last couple of defenses here. These 5 little frigates are all that's left. My capital ship is more than equipped to I won't even lose shields on it. A little blue bar underneath its picture there in the top left of its window. It won't even lose its shields killing these things. So, in our planetary menu, we have a bunch of options here. First is building structures. Like I said, the Vasari are a spacefaring race of aliens. They don't tend to do a ton of planetary work, so they don't really do commerce. They're not here to settle. They're here to gather resources and leave. So they get bonuses to mining. I can't do any defenses right now, but they get a bunch of bonuses to mining and early build. The planet also comes with a debris reclamation center automatically. So anything that blows up in orbit of this planet or a couple jumps away, you can already see there's a bunch of new stuff. I have 2 scout ships that are... I started with 2 scout ships that are just going around finding things. I get credit for all those. So let's go in here. And what I'm going to do first is... okay, I've got more things being found. I'm going to put a couple of labs down, just so I have the ability to do some research. We'll do a refinery, because I'll need that. There are 3 base resources: credits, metal, and crystal. The Vasari do not use money. They don't care. I can get money if I need it, but I don't use it internally. I just care about the raw resources, which is kind of an interesting trait. There are exotic resources. These 6, they're needed for building capital ships and for high-level research. So getting a refinery now just means that I can kind of have that waiting in the background ready to go. So if I open my planetary menu again, let's go ahead and build 1 metal extractor. And then we'll upgrade logistics by a point to build me a fleet beacon. So I can build some lighter ships, and you'll see I'll be able to build oh, wait a minute. Did I build the wrong one? What am I building? Wait a minute. Fleet beacon. Oh, this is capital ships. Oh, and this builds... Okay, so let's build 1 of each so I can get stuff moving. I'm not worried about defenses right now. It's still early game. So I'm going to grab my fleet here.
Planet development finished.
Okay, planet development finished, which is nice. Let's go ahead and up mining again. So I've found green. I've found his world. So planetary displays show you a bunch of information. The little, so the number under this bar underneath right here, you can kind of see that there. Oh, zoom out. There's a big bar on the left, a little bar underneath, and then most planets will also have. Let me find one actually now that I say this. Whoa, that was weird. You can see there's a big bar on the right. So there are 3 bars around a planet. This one actually has all 3. The bar underneath shows neutral forces, as well as any structures or anything unique to that planet that don't leave. The left sidebar is friendly forces, and the right sidebar is enemy forces. So you can see green ships count as enemies. My ships are friendlies. We'll just kind of... Anything with this orange tab means there's something unique to be found there. In this case, there are... I can't see this planet anymore. Let's see. This one has one, though. Little orange. Yep, there's this derelict loot, which includes a rare resource, a bunch of money, and some experience for putting a capital ship there to collect it. And those are kind of spread. There's one here, 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 and one over there as well. Currently, the game mode is just hold on to your capital. So my objective's pretty easy. I just got to kind of secure my front here. So we're gonna grab our forces. We'll take Giada, because he's looks like moving that way, potentially. I don't actually see his fleet. Oh, I do. It's right there. So he has a dreadnought. So he decided... So humans start with a planet. They don't start with a fleet like I did that shows up at a planet. They just straight up start with a planet. So he decided to build a dreadnought as his capital ship, as his starting capital ship. Your first one is either free or very, very discounted. There's blue over there. So I found 2 people. He is playing Vasari as well. Don't know. That's his home planet. Yep. Can I... Let's open the diplomacy screen real quick. So Vasari... So he's the other Vasari race. So I'm the Exodus. He's the Alliance.
Research
finished. I haven't found yellow or orange yet, but I know these 2. Okay. Yeah, so home planet victory. If you lose your capital planet, you're out. Some Vasari tech actually it's around that. There's some stuff that lets you ignore those. So let's go ahead and... My fleet should be moving, yeah. Vasari ships are kind of slow in the beginning. Basically, the Vasari work in general is... They start out really, really rough. Everything's super expensive. They don't move very fast, stuff like that. But through research, Vasari tech, ships, planets, all just become overpowered by the end. So let's see. I have one already. I have 1 tier of this. I don't have a tier of that. Let's go ahead and do Warfare 1. Just so I can start doing research. Is also simplified in this game compared to the games before it.
Research finished.
Thank you. You just have civilian and military broken up into these 5 tiers. So, like this one, you can see everything lit up underneath it. This requires level 2 civilian or empire and military research. Each one has sub-trees that do a bunch of things. Assault is going to be my weapons technologies. Revival is going to be most of my ship designs, as well as my overall fleet capacity, which is a resource that lets me build ships. Survival, which is defensive, and remnants, which is my starbase, and some other special technologies down in here. My civilian or imperial research is going to be oppression, which is all about colonization and development of territory. Nanotech, which is just bonuses to extractors. Antimatter, which is the special ability resource for ships. Think mana or something similar like that. There's going to be facility stuff like that. Phase Mastery is the unique tree to the Vasari. They are masters of phase space, which is the faster than light technology, separate dimensional space thing of this game.
Finished.
So they get a bunch of stuff they can do in here. A bunch of stuff they can do in here. Like I can create my own phase jump lanes. I can move ships and structures through phase space faster. I can move my structures into phase space to protect them, which is... it's one of these. It's somewhere. My capital ships will count as labs, which is a really cool thing. I will be able to see everybody jumping through phase space, no matter where in the map they are. Normally, your range is only 2 jumps away, but I can see everybody. And then the unique feature for the Vasari is my... where is it? I know it's here somewhere. Phase resonance. I can upgrade my ships, so every time they complete a jump, they get a bonus, a temporary bonus. There are ways, I don't remember exactly how, I haven't played the Vasari in a little while. There are ways I can increase my resonance and gain those bonuses. For humanity, this is trade. They can upgrade their incomes of their resources. That's the word I'm looking for. With trade points, so they could put in, 3 points to credits and make more credits passively, or into metal or into crystal. I don't know what the Advent are going to have, which is the third race. I don't know what they're going to have as their special mechanic. Let's see, I have planets. I do want to add... Nope. 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 I wanted to put the planet in there. Why am I not able to do this? Oh. There we go. I want my planets listed here, just so I can have quick access to them. So I've colonized that and taken out all the neutral forces. Okay. Let me try and take Genestra. I don't know, this is going to be hard. There's a lot of defenses here. It's a bigger defensive planet than I'm used to fighting so far. But we will actually, what we'll do, so we'll boost defense on this world. Just so I can build a couple turrets. Put a couple of pulse guns out. And then a couple of missile launchers behind them. Hopefully that's enough to stave off an early attack if Green decides to be funny about it. Just in case he comes, because I don't know the state of Pinellas. I haven't seen it last until 4 minutes ago. I don't know what's happened here since. It looks like my scout did not make it out of this area. And then same over here, my scout did not make it back out. So let's go back to Sfar real quick. I'm going to upgrade my mining level once again. I'm going to build myself a couple more scouts, just that way they can start going out. Empire, Warfare, and then a boost to both. Okay. Let's go ahead and do the labor camp. That looks like it's my special structure. Actually, no. Let me take that because I'm about to take a volcanic planet, so I have to research that first before I can actually colonize it. So let's go ahead and we'll just... all my weapons.
Planet development finished.
I honestly kind of really want to get to... I really want to get Canrack Assailants as fast as I can. So I need more labs before I can actually get to this tier of research, though. So for now, we'll just upgrade weaponry, health, and armor of my vessels just to make them stronger. So neutral forces aren't as scary. And then we'll grab improved reactors. So just my capital ship will have a little bit more resources to do things with. So let's go over to Genestra. How are we doing? Yeah, there's a lot here. Shields are holding, which is good. It means my 3 frigates aren't taking that much fire.
I need orders immediately.
let's have you all actually go after that missile cruiser in the back. Those are some of their hardest hitting ships. If I can have those go down.
On my way. Absolutely. What would you ask of me?
Oh, you get a new ability. Go ahead and take subspace rupture. So it'll actually damage all of those in an area for me.
Research
My frigates are taking damage. Okay. Yeah, my capital ship shields are taking some. Those missile cruisers do so much damage. Let's go ahead and grab my strike craft as well, so I can just try and rush that down. I can't really afford to lose this ship right now. I don't have the resources to rebuild it.
Research finished.
So let's build it a couple more ships at insufficient supply. So I've used up my capacity for a fleet.
The secret shall be revealed.
So go ahead and scout. I don't know where he is. Where is he? Oh, you're there. Two are there. So they are already going. Cool. Oh, there's one over there already. Jeez. Kind of explore here. Oop, wrong button. Okay. Let's just check really fast. What does orbit look like?
Ship shields are offline.
So the center's moving. It's fine. Okay.
Speak.
So I just need to be kind of careful in this fight here.
Research finished.
Part of it is with each of these that I take down, the point defense weapons of the capital ship have a better chance of actually taking down. So only one rocket's actually making it in now out of the volley, which is much, much better.
I need orders.
This next cruiser going down, that'll give me a really good chance to stay alive. My frigates should be fine. These are just anti-strike craft ships. They don't really do much damage to heavier vessels. So, and the capital ship's kind of just picking them off as it goes. I'm just gonna have it target those. I found a minor faction. Okay. So who have I found? I have found the apostate merchants. Advent crystal merchants. So they will offer events and things to influence the galactic market, as well as let me buy crystal and get things like that from them. So they'll issue me missions periodically. Their reward will be crystal, because that's what they give. So let's go to Giada really fast, which is still building its defenses.
Finished.
We'll go ahead and upgrade its mining. Just boost my income right now. Civilian research isn't doing anything, so let's grab nanite excavation and mobile research lab. That won't hurt. I have found Light Green, who also went for a dreadnought. These are heavy planet sieging capital ships. So see, it's got a ton of missile launchers. These are really hefty. I don't really want to go toe-to-toe with that right now. This is colony frigate in the back, waiting to colonize the world. So he's over there.
Planet
1, 2, 3, 4. So the other one's over here somewhere. Which is fine. It'll be so that's orange over there. So the only one I'm actually really worried about at this moment is green. Because where he is, capital ship leveled up. Let's make colonize a better ability. And we're almost done here. So you can see the shields on the capital ship have come back up, taking out those missile cruisers. Nothing else can really do enough damage. So let's go ahead and take out what's left. And then once its antimatter is back up to 90 points, it'll colonize this planet for me. So, there is, whoa, that's new, yep, so auction, here we go. So I don't actually have any money, so I can't bid anything. Basically there is a galactic market in here where you can buy and sell materials. Their current mission, if you win, you're the only one that gets access to the crystal market, because they control both of these. I don't know who controls metal. There's another minor faction somewhere that will mean that does that. Pirates are also a thing that should be the third faction, should be pirates. So I'm gonna sell. Let's see, what are these used for?
Research finished. Planet
Gonna sell my yellow.
development finished.
One. Oh, there we go. So I found them. Let's go ahead and bid all the money I have, because I don't use money for my own stuff, so that's fine. So they're there. That's the minerals. Or the metals, excuse me.
Research finished.
Apparently the star system's on the edge of a cool looking nebula down there. Line the star up. Ta-da! It's fun. Okay. Auction 1. So since I won it, it shows the bonuses I have from them right here. I still have this market available. Nobody else can use this right now. I don't really plan on using it. It's more that it denies the other 4 the ability to do it. Go ahead and clear those. Don't need those notifications right now.
I await your command.
Let's go ahead and link up
On
with the
my
existing
way.
fleet. Boost defense a point.
Research finished.
Let's just get ready for an assault by green. Put out a couple missile platforms. A couple pulse guns. Research required to, so these red bars, I have to do research to unlock these weapons. And there's the pirates. Right next to the star. So the pirates, nope. Pirates. Their event will let you send a pirate raid on an enemy of your choice. So, I'd like to find orange, which hopefully that scout ship gets to pretty quickly here. Let's see what this looks like. So Palatia and Karuna, I need to keep control of both. So I need to colonize both of these and secure them to get my borders. And there's orange in the back. Okay. Let's go through diplomacy. We've got rebels, so they're going to be aggressive. TEC rebels are the aggressive offensive subfaction, and the loyalists are entrenched defenders. So orange is defenders, green, both of the greens are aggressive, and these Vasari are, so the difference is the Exodus gets bonuses to their fleet, whereas the Alliance gets bonuses to structures and planets. So not quite defensive in order, it's not like offensive defensive. They get bonuses to their missiles, their star bases are better. They can make phase lanes more easily than I can, even though we both can do it. Basically, they're designed on altruism, and I'm designed on selfish nature stuff, is the Exodus. So, I'm not really the only one I'm really worried about is Dark Green, because he is an aggressive, he's a very aggressive race, and he's right next to me. So, I'm going to try and take Palatia and Karuna. So this is my outer front. Theoretically, I could take Pinellas if he doesn't have it and make this line my outer border. We'll see. My capital is not super defensible right now, so I'd like to kind of hold back. This is a great start. You have to. He's got a great choke point. Orange is kind of wide open. Lime green has a really good start in the back there. Dark green and I are kind of exposed, so I don't have any money to give you, so I could sell crystal. Sell 1,000 like that. How much? Still give me 500, so that's fine. So I'll just have a little stash of credits on hand there.
Standing by.
So I'm gonna go to Palatia now. Let's go ahead and give a logistics point. We'll just go ahead and put a couple of research labs up. So yeah, phase resonators. These are how I get my resonance points for my special mechanic window up here. I think that's a good spot. Let's go ahead and pause here. Oh, that's how I reset that. Cool. So time scale back on 1. I think it's a good spot to go ahead and save, and we'll call that good for part 1.